Self-defense laws in Korea are a joke, or should I say non-existent. Concept of self-defense seems straightforward. People have the right to use reasonable force to protect themselves against an imminent physical harm. Now, does this mean a burglar rushing you with a knife grants you the right to use a baseball bat to hit him in the face? Yes, but mostly no. And you're gonna have to risk going to jail for a longer time than the burglar himself. In fact, according to a lawyer well versed in self-defense cases, the most proper method of self-defense against a person wielding a knife is hitting the knife off the attacker's hands. God forbid there is a scuffle and you end up stabbing the robber with his own knife, you're gonna face the harsh wrath of Korean justice system. Let me bring up a couple of cases to highlight the ridiculousness of self-defense laws or lack thereof in Korea. Case number 1. In 1964, Ms. Chemarcha, at the time only 18 years old, was attacked by a man in his 20s in the village. He tried to sexually assault her while forcing his tongue into her mouth. In the process of resisting the attempted sexual assault, Che ended up biting off 1.5 centimeters of the attacker's tongue. While the man was let go without any charges, Che was sentenced to 6 months in jail with probation of 2 years. As of 2023, Che is fighting her case to be revisited in Supreme Court. Case number 2. Thief assault. In 2014, a 20-year-old young man, Mr. Che, came back to his house at around 3 AM only to find the man has broken in. He caught the thief walking out of his sister's room and the thief tried to flee. Assuming the worst, Mr. Che kicked the thief and struck his back with a drying rack. The thief was hospitalized and was later pronounced dead. Although Che claimed to have used reasonable force in home invasion, he was sentenced to 1 year and 6 months in prison, with probation of 3 years. So most cases involving self-defense end up with the defenders getting the charges, although highly publicized cases help the defender get probation time instead of actual jail time. One good example of this is a man in his 50s who fought against an assailant wielding a knife in 2021. He was sentenced to 4 years in prison, despite the fact that he had no choice but to knock the other guy out. Korean court is notorious for giving out low punishment for serious crimes, as this criminal Cho Do-sun only got 12 years in prison after severely assaulting an 8-year-old girl. This is why even though some of these defenders were charged with manslaughter, they had a relatively lighter sentence than what you would get in other countries. Self-defense issues are only a small portion of problems plaguing Korean justice system. There are other issues as well, including a lengthy statute that allows people to sue others for getting cussed in the League of Legends chat room. Yes, it is real. You can get fined for saying fuck you to people you don't like. Although there are more and more people becoming vocal about such flaws, it's quite evident that Korea still has a long way to go regarding people's rights.